Hi, so I tend not to be too political of a person. Why? I find that every time I actually put time and effort and care about something in the political sphere, nothing ends up happening anyway, and I just grow more apathetic every day. Obviously, that's just, I'm growing older, and I just hate every bit of incompetence that the government portrays. Now, the other day, I went out of my way and filed a petition to the UK government to stop the financial institutions' discrimination against US-born UK citizens. It's a bit of a personal issue to me, obviously, because I have to deal with it. And so I went out of my way, I made a petition, I told you guys about it, and I was excited to hear what the UK had to say about that. Especially because if you didn't know, all you have to do is send this petition, and then if it gets 10,000 signatures, they talk about it in the parliament. They respond to it. Isn't that crazy? I just said the parliament. Still American. However, as you've seen from the title of the video, my petition was rejected. Oh God. What possibly that I wrote could have been a reason that it was rejected? Well, I did say illegalize financial institutions' discrimination against US-born UK citizens. I further talked about investigating the impact that the US acts of FATCA and FBAR have on US-born UK residents. Okay, pretty cut and dried, I thought. There's no real way you can misconstrue that. According to the UK government we have here, it was rejected because it's not clear what the petition is asking the UK government or parliament to do. Now, I don't know if they missed every word that's there, but it's pretty cut and dried, right? It says petitions need to call on the government or parliament to take specific action, like, I don't know, investigate or make illegal. I think either of those two would be good. We're not exactly sure what you'd like the government to make illegal. Let me just zoom in. The discrimination against US, it's so cut and dried. So, you know what's really peculiar about the fact that they specifically chose this petition to reject, right, is that they've actually rejected their own petition suggestion. I did not come up with this title on my own, my friends. Actually, I found it via a 2017 government response to a petition of a similar theme. Someone wanted to revoke America's rights to threaten British banks who work with US customers. Now, obviously, they replied to that quite quickly with, that is not something the UK government can actually stop. However, what's really interesting about this response they made is that they said very here at the bottom, very here, there may be another specific action that you would like the UK government or parliament to take. You could start a new petition explaining clearly what you'd like the government or parliament to do. Perhaps, I don't know, you could start a new petition asking the UK government or parliament to make it illegal for financial institutions to discriminate against US-born UK residents. What? Wow, that's literally what my entire thing was. Right above it, it says you could start a new petition asking the UK government or parliament to investigate the impact of FATCA on US-born UK residents. I've just given their two suggestions that they literally wrote themselves as a reason for rejection. They said, try this. I just tried both. They both got rejected, which really makes me feel this whole thing is a ruse. This whole, oh, you might have a voice in this government. It is not real. I don't actually know of any petitions that have gone through, but my experience, 0%, all right? 0% of petitions have gone through. Now, it's not like I'm particularly surprised that the UK government has rejected this petition, only because I find that their handling of almost everything at all has been shambolically full of incompetence. For instance, let's just talk about COVID. Something that I don't really like talking about much because my opinion of it kind of almost comes off as if I'm one of those people that's not wearing masks and like, oh, it's not real. No, COVID is real, okay? Wear a mask. But the people in power that are trying to help us out here are so bad at their jobs that they make me come off like one of those people. Do you guys know what the Eat Out to Help Out plan is? I don't know if you're from the UK. If you're not, here's a quick refresher. So in August, COVID rates were really low. UK government opens everything back up, lockdown over, everyone's sunshine and rainbows. They have this cool idea. Help out UK businesses, specifically restaurants, Monday to Wednesday, all of August, 50% off your restaurant bill. Oh my God. Can you believe it? Amazing. That is the best deal I've ever heard of. I went to Sushi Samba. You know who goes to Sushi Samba? Rich people and me when I can eat out to help out. I got 10 pounds off, okay? That's pretty good. I went to Nando's. I went to Pizza Foreza. I helped out so much. Because here's the thing. I was trusting in the government that is currently in place to be, I don't know what they're doing, to be on my side in some way. So the fact that if they say this is actually a good idea, you should be eating out to help out, and hey, you get 50% off, I'm going to believe them. So when COVID cases start going back up, maybe we could all think, oh, possibly that Eat Out to Help Out plan didn't really help out that much, which anyone with 3 brain cells would actually think about. But that's more than the entire Tory party. And so the issue is they've now blamed The young people. Oh, Matt Hancock, the Conservatives' government health director, he said, oh, these young people going out, oh, that's the reason COVID's going up. Trying to kill your gran? You told us to do it! What? It's just insane. It's such a cognitive dissonance. It's like on one hand being like, here you go, guys, go spread COVID. I can't believe they did that. Can you guys believe the youth did it again? It's like your mom telling you, go have fun, play in the road. You get hit by a car. They're like, I knew you shouldn't have been playing in the road. No, you didn't. You told us to play in the road. Now you might be thinking, Evan, you're being just a bit too hard on the members of parliament. Think about it. Their lives are really, really rough. Why else would we subsidize their lunches? Well, they have a rough life. They got a lot of stuff to do, and they only make £81,000 a year. How are they going to pay full price for fish and chips? You know, it just makes sense. So it really also makes sense that when they get the chance to vote on whether or not, I don't know, school children should be able to get free school lunches over Christmas holidays, they would of course vote no. Boris Johnson just whips all the Tories back in line like, oh, I'm sorry. School children with food? No. Us, though, we definitely deserve a little bit of a kickback there because our lives are really, really hard. We have to sit in these chairs and everyone yells at us and says, my good gentleman. It just seems like such an easy win for the government, right? Who's going to vote against giving children food? Who? Who's gonna do that? The Tories, I guess. Growing up, I got free school lunches and free breakfasts at my school because my family did not have a lot of money. I relied on those, and thanks to those, I got through. I appreciate those so much. I don't get it because the Tories come off as some type of evil organization that was talked about in like a cartoon I grew up in where like anyone that has the maturity of an 8-year-old would be able to see like, these guys are bad. Not providing food for children, bad, because they said, where's the money gonna come from? I don't know. Isn't that your job to find out? Where's the money gonna come from? Maybe they could find the money in that bridge Boris tried to build. I don't know if you guys know this, if you're not in London or anything, but at one point, Boris had this really cool idea to build a garden bridge over a part of London that didn't really need a bridge. Now, cool, maybe it could have been a cool idea, possibly tourist attraction. You might wonder, well, where is the bridge now? It doesn't exist. But they did spend £53 million coming up with the idea and hosting a £400,000 gala to promote the idea of this cool garden party. Garden bridge doesn't exist. £53 million, just completely gone away. And speaking of bridges, you might not be aware, but Hammersmith Bridge in West London is a bridge that is completely shut down to pedestrians, to cyclists, to anything. No one's allowed over this bridge because it's decaying. Wow. Wonder how much it costs to fix that. Nobody cares. Boris, he's blaming the current mayor of London, saying it's his fault, even though Boris was the mayor of London at one point and did nothing. This Hammersmith Bridge is literally a bridge in a metropolis and one of the most powerful countries in the world, and yet it is just shut down, decaying. Members of the two communities on the north and south of the river cannot get over it. How is this possible? How is the government so incredibly incompetent? Well, when you vote for members of the Jaguars eating people's face party, you never assume they're going to eat your own face. You always assume they'll eat other people's faces. There's this great tweet the other day I saw from the Manchester Young Conservatives that says, Boris has lied about helping us in the north. It's time for him to go. Oh, really? Did the Tories lie to you and say they were going to help you up in the north? Did you really think that with your full brain? Fucking duh, they did. I feel like every single person in the world knew that was going to happen, except the people that voted for them. I just don't understand how stupid people. The thing is, these people are in power because they were voted there. Everyone voted for them. Sure, it might not have been everyone voting for them, and some of us had more than 3 brain cells in our brain, but the rest of us, I'm looking at all of you, we're like, Brexit. Yeah? Get what you deserve there? Destroy the entire country just to stick it to the liberals. Yeah. Good. Cool. And here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not very political. I don't get angry about this stuff very often because even with this video, it's shouting into a void of nothingness because nothing will ever happen. So, do I ever think anything's going to change? Not really. Not unless people actually start thinking. But don't really think that's going to happen too soon. About my petition, honestly, I don't know what to do at this point. I followed exactly what they wanted, and it's still not passed. Maybe you guys could flood the website with petitions that are basically a similar thing, except one that might actually work. Maybe we have a chance. Probably not, knowing that no matter what happens, and even if it gets through, this UK government is so freaking incompetent, nothing's gonna happen either way. Thanks for watching. This has been a joke, just like the rest of this freaking government. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.